Have you ever thought that films are supposed to be just a simple hobby to kill time after work? That watching films is not important enough to focus your willpower on? That there are many more necessary things in life than making films and writing about them? Well, Julian Antonisz the Polish director of animations, thinks differently. In his opinion, a film is like life, and life is like a film. Both self-conscious and serious, as well as those unserious and ungraceful films, are what allows us to comment on and discuss the dissatisfying reality. Playing with the film is what gives life meaning and what allows us to create in some sense meaningful films.
Każdy dobrze wie, panie Dziejaszku, chociażby z własnego doświadczenia, że życie to jest film. Dowodem na to jest fakt, że gdy ktoś się wódki napije i bez życia leży na podłodze, to potem relacjonuje, że nic nie pamięta, bo mu się film urwał.
Julian Antonisz was a Polish avant-garde filmmaker based in Kraków, where he first graduated from the Kraków Academy of Fine Arts and later worked in animated film studio. He specialized in direct animation, meaning that he drew directly on film stock, a technique called non-camera. What Antonisz is most known for is his non-camera manifesto from 1977, an avant-garde vision of new animated cinema that would be made fully on the film stock with no use of the camera. In the manifesto, he said that the non-camera method enables immediate visual control, which significantly shortens the time of film production and produces excellent visual effects, because the entire ballast of film cameras, effectos, laboratory processing of films, and other expensive and capricious photographic techniques is eliminated, resulting in only a catalog reproduction of a work of art, which thus ceases to be authentic and original and becomes a pathetic photocopy. What's interesting is that to create his non-camera films, he invented new devices that were supposed to help him with that. For instance, one was based on the principle of the pantograph. It allowed him to draw individual frames on a slightly larger scale, and the device's arm transferred the drawing onto the film tape. The other one, called phasing Antonishograph, allowed him to significantly speed up the process of working on the film. With its use, it was enough to draw only the initial and final phase of the movement, and the machine filled the frames between them. His first film, called Phobia from 1967, was the ironic story of a frustrated painter searching for inspiration in nature. The film not only heralded the artist's unique style, but also his specific sense of humor.
Jestem malarzem. Nikt mnie nie kocha, nocne życie mnie męczy. Chyba zrobię skandal. Quel beau paysage! Kwiatki, ptaszki, robaczki. Praca twórcza na łonie natury to idealne lekarstwo na mój biedny system nerwowy.
In his films, we can sense a parody of these causes of laugh at the time, a reference to articles appearing in Przekrój magazine, and an atmosphere reminiscent of the Polish elderly gentleman's cabaret, as well as, according to some scholars, the satire of French and Czechoslovak New Wave films. His most popular film is How a Sausage Dog Works, from 1972, where pulsating frames resembling organic tissues intertwine with elements of the technical machinery of the dog, full of gears and a beating heart in the middle. The film not only breaks the biotechnological binaries, but also carries a directly expressed pro-ecology message: let's not destroy animals, because they are high-class biological equipment. Following his ideas in the manifesto, he started creating a satire of the Polish film Chronicle, which he called Polish Non-camera Chronicle, where he loudly criticized the Polish reality. However, his creation was getting so surrealistic that with time it was hard to relate to it. It is said that his carnival visuals were the strategy of resistance of an individual confronted with the symbolic violence flowing from the dominant doctrine, a so-called countercultural creativity that disrupted established narratives. And even though he is not so famous abroad, as the Anglophone literature often skips his name in the discourse, despite his short life and career, being only 46 years old when he died, he still gains lots of new fans to this day. In his films we can sense the passion which Antonisz had for the art he created. The secondary elements of the plot touched the themes of love to the films and creating, and how life is all about, just like it is in the films sometimes, searching for goals and meanings.